What's good, my guys? Disney Syndrome here. Well, last week I went over to the movies to see the last animated Spider-Man movie Across the Spider-Verse, and oh my god, I fucking loved it. It uses with love and emotion in every line, every gesture of the animation. It's fucking crazy. So I figured as I was seeing it that I would make a poster about it, walking you across the process for making a movie poster for me. So here it is. First, I wanted to give a quick comment on some of the posters that I've seen from the movie online, to give a quick comment on them and tell you a bit more of what I'm trying to go for here. So be warned, we'll discuss some things that you might consider spoilers during this video. So if you haven't watched the movie yet, stop the video and go see it and come back, okay? Because it's fucking crazy. Let's get to it. Okay, this is the first poster that I could find, and you can see it's the cookie cutter, the classic poster movie, and there's nothing wrong about this, but as you can see, it's like really simple, it's really straightforward. It's telling you the movie, like big bad guy at the back and presenting the character. It's not really telling you that much about the movie. So yeah, this is like really simple and basic, and it's really showcasing the characters around the movie to bring the people in, but it's not really telling you nothing special about the movie it's about. On this poster, I like it far better because it's such a simple gesture that is telling you about the feeling of the movie and not just laying the plot in front of you like the previous poster did. It's doing it in a more graphic way. Let's open Photoshop real quick to show you a quick something. For example, here, let's just say we turn Miles around. I'm doing here like a really guerrilla selection, you know how it is. Like in here, for example, if we turn Miles around, it's like, yeah, all Spider-Mans get together to fight whoever bad guy is. And like maybe for the context of, for example, the Avengers movie, in which nothing like that was ever done in cinema before, then it kind of makes more sense and it's more striking to see all these amazing characters one next to each other. But here, notice that it doesn't really tell you right off the bat who the bad guy is. The poster is focusing more on Miles' perspective, right? How does he feel? He feels everyone is against him all the same. This also, there is the cover for the art of the movie. This isn't really the poster for the movie, but I thought it was really striking. It's really well designed because you can see him swinging, but the direction he's swinging, he feels almost like he's gonna hit the ground. He's going straight down, and you have all these directions, like from the buildings, going against his direction. He's like literally going against the grain. And this, I feel, it's a really cool graphic way that it's telling you something more about the movie, I think, about the feeling of the movie, like this speed and like high stakes, I feel. So this is really cool way also of portraying themes and feelings of the movie instead of just laying out the plot. So this one's a really cool one. So for my poster, I really wanted to do something like this, but make it even a bit more graphic, more along the lines of my style, and do it from a layout perspective to do the storytelling. I'm not sure how this is gonna turn out, so yeah, let's get it. So for me, essentially the movie, its core message, it's about breaking the pattern, breaking free from predestination, breaking destiny, I don't know, something like that. So graphically, I imagine placing the elements of the poster in a way that shows a really clear and hard grid, and then using the figure of Miles to break that pattern and break that grid, to imply the meaning of breaking the predestined way of things, right? I'll create my document and I will start playing with some grid elements to start building the poster, and I'll get back to you. In here, I repeated the word to use the Y of the letter, like the height, to do the grid. So I used that as a template to repeat it and then get the height of every row that I want to use for the grid. Also, I'm not sure if this is the correct way to place the grid. I know I'm getting it just a bit wrong. It's not super exact. I'm not used to working with grids. I tend to work really intuitively, but it's a nice thing to try different things now and then, you know, especially because for this poster, I wanted the grid to be really, really noticeable. So when the figure of Miles kind of breaks it, then you can clearly see it. Like a big part of design is to make things clear, and they have to look intentional. Like it doesn't have to look like it's kind of by mistake, you know. Let me save this real quick because you already know how it is. This is gonna close mid poster and I'm gonna shoot myself. Now I'm gonna add some images and other elements to try to reinforce the grid even more, to make it really clear when I get rid of the guidelines for the document, you know. Now I'm using this block because I figured the asymmetrical grid wasn't really helping me. So I figured I used the half of this block I'd use for the image of these two characters and use it as a cell to then replicate and make all columns the same. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna grab all these cells that I made, gonna stretch it, and now I'm gonna realign all the grids to make it fit better. Like this, I'm gonna get rid of these blocks that I made. Now I'm gonna lock my grids. To do that, let's go to View, Guides, Lock Guides, and then you have all your grids are now locked in place. You can delete them by mistake. So now let's keep playing around with this. Also, as you can see, there are many ways of working with grids. You don't really have to set it from the beginning. For some projects, that may be the case, but it's okay to start playing around and figuring out as you go. There is no set in stone work of doing these kinds of things. So just have fun and get into the process and get to know how your brain works, right? Right now, for example, I really want the man word to fit this cell specifically, so I'm gonna play a bit with the kerning of these letters or maybe change the typography, because I think if I make it fit the cell completely, it will really make the effect of the grid layout that much stronger. So I don't really want to break that. This image of Miles that I think it really fits because it has expanded gesture that is not like fully in control, and I'd like to use this image to kind of break the grid, right, and use it in a different color to really break the pre-established like scheme of things and make a parallel from that to the theme of the movie, I think, in my opinion. So let's see how it looks. Okay, here I was thinking something like this. I'm keep playing with it a bit more because I want the figures kind of overlapping, and I'm gonna steal from the poster I showed you before, placing Miles like upside down. This gives it a feeling of him not being so much in control, right? Being against the situation. So I get it's really striking to see the large figure in red, like juxtaposed against the hard grid. So yeah, I'm a kid, keep tinkering with it till I get something I really like. Here I made some changes to the typography, like switching types and characters to go with this theme of things not going where they supposed to go. That goes well with the theme of the movie, I think. And also I did it because it was reading like spider across man, right? And now like I've established like this constant of the switching letters, then it's clearer that you're supposed to read it like Spider-Man rather than go spider across man, you know, because it wasn't the same font and it wasn't different enough that you wouldn't know that it's not the continuation of that word. So hope it makes sense, you know. Okay, now so I would like to add like a building block to the poster because it's those things that give it that character of it being a movie poster that make it like instantly recognizable that you're looking at a movie poster. So I found this template. I think I'm gonna edit and add it to the final piece. Okay, here I've added building block to the poster. I'm morphing it around to fit the composition a bit better, to leave it a bit more room to breathe in the bottom part. And now I'm gonna add a few more logos to add to the building block and give it that poster feel and to help me reinforce the grid in the bottom part. So I'm gonna place them here now. So this is the final composition. I really like how it turned out. Now I'm gonna add the final touches, some final effects to it, and let's finish it. So here you have it, guys. This is the final piece. Hope you liked it. Take a look at all the detail. I guess I landed pretty close to what I had in my mind when I started working on the poster. I guess it comes through really nice, having this rigid matrix of black and white images and text and the elements, and then Miles coming in to really disrupt this matrix. And yeah, I hope you liked it. This poster will be available on my print shop for any of those who want to support the channel. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd also like to encourage you to make your own posters about this movie maybe, or any other famous movie, about the feeling of the movie and not just telling the plot of the movie, you know. Please tag me at Design Syndrome so I can check them out, and maybe I'll make a critic video in the future about those posters. Hope you liked the video and hopefully learned something. If you did, please subscribe and click the notify bell button, or leave a like, it helps me a lot. And if you want to support the channel further and at the same time build up and upgrade your graphic toolkit, you can always get one of the full paid packs that I have also on my site, or maybe some merch or a print, everything really I have available. You can see from my links below. Again, really thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. And remember, fuck peace, wish you conflict, my G.